we don't want the race to stop. And I think our attitude should not be, at this point, to pick which horse is going to be the winner. Our attitude shouldn't be to try to halt the race. We should want, in fact, a new dark horse in the system, which is existing bank-based payment systems. Waking up, as many are doing, certainly in Singapore, the banks have responded very well, bank-based payment systems becoming as efficient and as competitive as these new players are, reducing costs, speeding up transactions, offering better service to consumers. That too is happening. And in fact, the banks were really the first in the game of running real-time payments domestically amongst themselves. But this new dark horse is also now in contention. And our aim, I think, as central banks and as financial policymakers should be to not close our options at this stage, stay open-minded, and we should not try to crowd out entirely the private sector players, those private sector digital wallets, tokens, or stable coins. Don't crowd them out entirely because they've been a source of great innovation, but they cannot be left on their own. The payment system is a public good. It needs to be regulated. It needs to be interoperable. It needs to be safe, including safe from cryptographic incursions. And it needs to have the necessary transparency to avoid the risk of money laundering and illicit finance.